Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Pro League time. Benson joined by the People's Caster, Mr. X.
I'm gonna have so much fun with that. We the people.
Oh my god. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with this right now.
There are points where
this is not what I signed up for.
A lot of times where I can't even deal with myself, so I completely understand.
All right, well, Pro League. Let's talk about the games we're about to see. We've got TCM versus Prophecy. It's going to be the first one. We're actually already inside of it. It's about to begin. Can TCM pull out this match? I mean, realistically, I'm looking for them to pick up some maps. That's going to be the first
If they were to win one match tonight, it would be this one. I don't know if they stand a chance against OG. I think it's too soon to say they can contend with them, but I think Prof offers them a little bit of an opportunity. This is not Prophecy's COD Champs roster. A little bit of a different team. It's like a combination of Prof and FaZe Black. But you know, speaking about that, Prof, they're 2-4 in the league, but they did win the 5K first off the gaming on Sunday. Last time we saw them in action.
This is true. It's very true. Solo Hardpoint going to be game number 1. We can jump straight into the action. We'll see if TCM can come off. Last time we saw this map, though, Gunshi went absolutely ham, if you remember.
Yes.
He dropped nearly 50 kills, so definitely going to be a player from TCM that we're going to keep our eyes out for. He's going to be rocking the bow, so same as last time, essentially. And we will see. As I said, if TCM can pick up the first map of the Pro League, going up against Team Prophecy. Gunshi on your screens to start. Gets stunned. Ricky's going to be challenging, and Ricky wins that first gunfight. Jerd, though, on the hill for TCM. They'll dip out, try and find some kills.
You're going to need Jerd and Moose to play a lot better than they did the other night. That's really what the struggle was with this TCM lineup. I mean, you got good games out of Gunshi, but not good games out of Jerd and Moose, two of their main slayers, I would say, Ben. When you really look at their team as a whole, I would expect those two to be the ones, to really carry a lot of the brunt in the slaying department. And then, Shane, he's going to be the OBJ player for this TCM squad. And Gunshi, I mean, one of the longest standing competitive players in the EU scene, with that assault rifle, just does a fantastic job with that.
Oh, it's fantastic. He really is. I mean, you saw a glimpse of it the other day, but really, all eyes going to be on Jerd and Moose, I feel, for this TCM squad. Of course, they were a little slow in the first couple of games, but they had just got off a plane. You have to bear that in mind. These guys are going to be tired and not in the mood, really, to play against Optic Gaming and Optic Nation. No. This is going to be horrible first game experience.
It was a rough draw for them night 1 in the Pro League.
I mean, it hasn't exactly got much better night 2.
I mean, if they go 1-1 tonight, that would be huge.
I agree. For me, it's about not putting yourself into such a big hole.
Right.
As weird as that is to say, that's basically what it's going to come down to.
So for a lot of the new people, I mean, you can explain, their history a lot better than me. Just tell little people about the backstory of all the players on TCM.
I mean, if you don't know who Jerd is, then I don't know where you've been in competitive Call of Duty. This guy's been around for, it seems like, forever, and he's been dominating both in North America and in Europe, of course. Nothing too crazy in terms of his individualness at COD Champs. That's basically, I think that's how a lot of people judge players, is by COD Champs. Obviously, we talk about Swanee, for example, and everyone knows Black Ops 2. He played with the Italians, Inferno, and got into a top 8 placement. But for these guys, it has just all been about back and forth between them and Epsilon. Always. The players as well, back and forth between Epsilon and TCM. But one thing to show, these are 4 of the best players Europe has to offer.
Without a doubt.
And now in the North American Pro League, they're going to improve so much. So much.
And you can already see it already. I mean, they're up here. I mean, it's so early in the game, but they're up right now against Prophecy. A win here would be huge for them in confidence. And then I think that if they're able to win this series, obviously this is map number 1, but they can pull this series out and then make, some games versus Optic Gaming close. I would view that as a huge success.
Oh, that'd be massive for them. I mean, you said maybe by the end of the week you'd expect to see them improve. I know they have been grinding since they've been in America. All the 4v4 GB tournaments have been scrimming, practicing as much as they possibly could. So I feel a win here in the hardpoint is going to be essential, because I think S&D wise, they don't stand a chance against Prof. Just being completely honest with you, I think we saw some massive mistakes really slip into their gameplay in Search and Destroy on their first evening. Whether that was just tiredness or if it was just standard S&D. Even so, Prof are a phenomenal Search and Destroy squad, so that's going to be tough. Uplink, I think that's going to be hard to win. CTF maybe. But one thing's sure, as we said, they need to win this first hardpoint.
Yeah, this is a huge game for them, like you said. No EU scene got a little bit behind on uplink. They weren't really playing that the first month or two months of the game. They were a little bit behind on uplink, and then came over to UMG Orlando. They really didn't know how to play that at all. So that's one game mode they're going to get a lot better on being here in the States.
Yes.
Hardpoint, I mean, they've been playing it since Black Ops 2. They should be pretty good by now. I mean, you got to know when to rotate and whatnot, and they know that. I mean, these are professional players. I mean, they know which way to rotate, which way to break.
Yeah, Shane's been very vocal about the whole uplink dynamic. He's saying how Europeans are just so far behind, it's not even funny.
Yes.
And it's interesting because when that rule was kind of made for the first event, he was very against it, wanted it to be incorporated. He basically was saying, you know, we need to play what the North Americans are playing, otherwise we could fall behind. And ultimately, he was correct. But yeah, they'll definitely be able to catch up.
That's a big reason of their move here to the States. I know back I was at EU Regionals just talking to them and Epsilon. They were really like, you know, we're the only two main competition for each other. We play each other all the time in the finals. And I mean, Epsilon's a great team as well, but playing against the same players over and over again, you know, nobody's really getting that much better. Nobody's seeing anything different. You're not going to have to face different looks, different play styles. You're just going to be really good against that one team. Now they have an opportunity to come here to the States, play against multiple different play styles, you know, different caliber of players, different setups. It's just a completely different game over here. So I think this is great for them. And they're hanging right now. They're actually going to be beating Prophecy going into the second rotation of Hills. This would be a huge first map win for them.
And the big difference that you're seeing right now compared to that first set of games is Jerd is 21-17, and Moose is 21-13.
Well, Jerd
this
did that,
is the Moose we expect to see.
Right. No, Moose I think is the key. I think Jerd, I know first night he was really sluggish. Had a really good hard point first half against ON, but then we saw, you know, just really slow down.
She's 23-13
yeah.
too.
I mean, they can slay. That's not going to be an issue with this team. They can kill. It's just an issue of getting used to the, you know, pace of games here in North America. It's a little bit faster, and you know, players sit in different spots. You have to be expecting different things. Once they figure that out, I think this team can definitely be explosive.
Oh, Moose still on your screens, looking for his 24th kill. Gonna connect with it. 25, maybe 26. Nope, finally falls. But Jerd should be trying to control these spawns for the next half.
Moose was a player who really broke out during Ghosts, I would say. And towards the middle to the end of Ghosts, everyone was talking about how good Moose was in Europe. And he almost kind of compared to, I would say, like Slasher, where, you know, coming in AW, you didn't know what to expect from Moose, but he's really carried over nicely. I mean, you know, some up and down games, but still, as a whole, you know, judging his entire, you know, gameplay, he's been very good in Advanced Warfare.
Completely agree. I've been really impressed with everything we've seen from Gunshi as well so far. He's kind of... So every time a new Call of Duty game comes out and you see it like featured at Gamescom, he always is explosive. Every single time. Playing against North American players, as soon as the game is out, he just has that natural raw ability. He just destroys everyone.
Some people have that. Some people have that just natural first-person shooter talent. I mean, I have Formal. I mean, right? I mean, the guy can go into any game and really just dominate, figure out how to play instantly, and see if Shane go for that kick. He gets it on.
He just embarrassed Ricky. Oh dear, that was sick.
So it's gonna be. Let's talk a little bit more about the game. It's gonna be that rotation to that third garage hardpoint. It's gonna be Prof there first, and they're going to need to hold the remainder of this time, really make a comeback here on this hill. Moose able to pick up one. Jerd's going to get a kill in the kill feed. That's a big kill by Gunshi. They should be able to break this. Jerd being aggressive, able to pick up that kill on Study, and they broke that so fast, Ben.
Yeah, they did. Jerd's going to try and slay out from backside already. 31 kills, looking for more. He's going to drop. Moose should be in a position to get on that hard point and trade. It's going to be 3 plays there, but Apathy says no. Shuts him down. Gunshi trying to pick up a couple of kills with the bow, tags up a few players, backs out, waits for his SMGs to jump in the hard point and pick up the kills themselves.
Yeah, and Gunshi, he's going to be able to pick up 2. He's got 2 more in front of him, 1 to his right, 1 to his left. That player's going to be taken out. Gunshi on a roll here in this hard point. He's currently on a 4 streak, and this is not good for Prophecy. They needed a lot of this time to really make that comeback. They're going to have to bank on taking pretty much the entirety of this top hill, but as I say that, it's going to be TCM there first on rotation. TCM wins this first wave of kills right here, this first spawn of kills. There, it's going to be their game.
186 to 143. Pressure on Prophecy. Jerd's going to have a couple plays pushing, connects with them. Let's see if Prof can try and break it. Goes mid-map, Study. Pushing down the right-hand side, player in front of him. Not going to be able to see it, but his teammate should clean up. Does so. That's Apathy. Very close game, minute and a half left. Prof need the time though. No one on the hill currently. Those is gonna fall mid-map. Study last man alive. He's gonna fall, and TCM hold out.
Lots of one-on-one pushes right there from Prophecy there at the end. You saw Study coming through mid, one player going all the way on the right by Maps, and two players coming up on that left-hand side by that white van. You'd like to see them, you know, wait, try and get a kill on one side, then all push at the same time instead of going one-on-one.
A lot better performance from TCM, and you can see it, a huge lead now, 215 to 143. Moose 35 and 26. Shane 30 and 26 as well. I mean, he's done a good job of holding his own in the slaying category as well. You know, primarily that objective-based player. But, you know, looking over at that Prof squad, he's done everything he can, 31 and 35. Both 27 and 42, 25 and 33 from Apathy. Yeah, it just comes down to the kill column, really.
Yeah, you're entirely right. And it's going to be Jerd showing up big. I mean, that's what you needed at this TCM team. They were sluggish the other night. I can't imagine having the night that they had, you know, flying here and then pretty much having to play right away, you know, through the jet lag, you know, being tired. I mean, basically don't even have a chance to, you know, throw down your stuff. It's pretty much just get on right away, worry about everything else after. And they had two tough matches the other night. Here tonight, and they have, you know, two tough matches as well. But this Prophecy series could be one for them to take. And I think getting that first win on the board would be huge for them. Gunshi with 41, Jerd with 41 as well. Can Moose hit 40? No. But 240 bombs out of the guys on TCM. They're able to win that first hardpoint, 250 to 143.
That's huge for confidence. That really is. Now, I'm curious about the S&D. That's what's going to be key for me against Prof. If they somehow steal that, that's the series. TCM are winning the series, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, Prof need to bounce back there. Phenomenal performance from
Shane with a good game too. For an
all
OBJ player, 10
caps,
caps, positive 4. You take that any day from an OBJ player.
Gunshi again excelling on hardpoint solo. For now, the quick commercial break. When we return, jumping into game 2 of the series.